Okay guys, so welcome back to Win Vlog. So magko-compare tayo ngayon ng iPhone XR versus Huawei Mate 20 Pro. So sa mga nag-iisip, alin kaya ang okay bilhin sa dalawa considering 2019 na. I hope that this video can help you with your decision which one is better. Is it the iPhone XR or is it the Huawei Mate 20 Pro? So actually, hiniram ko lang to sa kapatid ko. So kaya maganda rin na yung chance para ma-compare natin yung dalawang devices. Kasi pinamilian ko to. But I have my Android phone, kaya hindi Android yung binili ko. But this one is also good for me kung papipiliin nyo ako ng Android device initially. Okay, so I have prepared some researches. I did my researches para at least yung mga terms dito is mas mako-convey ko, mas ma-explain ko ng ayos sa inyo pag diniscuss ko yung comparison. So I listed some points or factors that I consider when I'm buying phone. So first is the display, second is the build or the body, the quality of the phone, yung physical appearance, and then the speed, syempre, yung bilis ng pag-operate ng phones, yung pag-handle niya ng tasks. And then also I will be comparing syempre yung battery ng mga devices, yung mga choices ko kung mabilis ba siyang malobat, kasi ayaw ko yung mabilis malobat kasi charge ka ng charge. So di ba hassle, lalo na kung nakakalimutan mo yung charger mo. Saka lagi ka pa magdadala ng power bank, which is mabigat din naman. Next one is the camera, syempre. Kasi yun yung isa sa pinaka nagagamit talaga ng user, lalo na sa Pinoy. Kasi ina-upload nyo sa social media. So you should also consider yung magandang quality ng camera. And then yung last ko is miscellaneous lang naman. I will be discussing doon yung sound, yung memory, yung headphone jack. Actually ito, wala talaga itong headphone jack pareho. So yun yung consideration, may headphone jack. Gusto ko ba na may headphone jack or okay na ako sa Bluetooth? Then yung charging niya, mabilis ba siya mag-charge? Or ano ba yung pag-charge niya through cable or may charging pad or wireless charger? Then color, yung security feature niya, and lastly, syempre, yung price. So without further ado, let's now start the comparison of Huawei Mate 20 Pro versus the iPhone XR. So ang una nating i-compare sa Mate 20 at sa iPhone XR is the display. So makikita nyo naman that Mate 20 Pro has a bigger screen. So it has a 6.39 inches of screen, while for iPhone XR it has 6.1. So pero yung laki naman niya is not that material. Ayan, ito yung Mate 20, then ito yung XR. This phone is using an LED display, while this one is an LCD. So what's the difference of LED versus LCD? So ang LED, it has a more contrast. So mas malinaw talaga yung display. So magpe-play tayo ng video. Isasagad natin yung ano nila. Okay, so nakasagad na. Okay, so magpe-play tayo ng video. Tingnan natin yung quality ng display. Pareho silang naka-brightest. So kitang-kita nyo yung contrast nito is ibang-iba sa LCD display. Okay, pero to be honest, hindi niyo naman makikita talaga yung ganong kalaking difference between the two unless nga pagtatabihin nyo silang dalawa. So for the LCD of iPhone XR, it's not that bad. Kung kukunin nyo yung iPhone, mas prefer nyo yung platform ng iOS. There's also a consequence for LED. An LED display is more prone to what they call screen burn in. So ano ba ibig sabihin ng screen burn in or screen burn? Wala talagang hindi siya literally may masusunog ganyan. Over time, pan usage of this technology, kakaroon ng discoloration. Nagkakaroon ng, alam niyo, parang ghost. Yung pag pinatay niyo yung gadget or yung device, may naiiwan sa display niya. So kunwari ito, kita niyo yung mga display button na to. So lagi kasi sila din gamit na gamit. So possible na parang kahit i-turn off mo na yung display, may makikita ka pa rin na parang, alam niyo yung parang bakat doon, yun. So iba't iba yung discoloration pag nasira yung LED. So that's the consequence. But for the viewing angle, syempre mas maganda yung LED. Okay, so yun lang yung catch doon. Okay, so for the display, Corning Gorilla Glass yung gamit dito. I don't know ano yung ginagamit ng Apple, pero for I think pareho namang maganda yung quality ng panels na ginagamit nila dito. Okay, so that's it for the display. And next naman nating pagko-compare is the build, yung body niya and then yung framing niya. So for the Mate 20 Pro, this is also using aluminum frame, and then yung body niya is glass yung gamit. And then for this one, so pareho silang glass yung ginamit dito, and also aluminum frame. Unlike dun sa iPhone XS and XS Max, they are using stainless steel. Okay, so both has a feel of premium talaga yung devices na to. For the weight, mas mabigat to. Okay, so that's it. Short lang tayo for the build. Pero you should note na itong iPhone XR, it's an IP67, yun yung certification niya, while this one is IP68. Ano ba yung difference? So, the 67 can be submerged to the water for 1.5 hour for 1 liter. Dito naman, same yung tagal ng pag-submerge, so 1.5 hour, but it can go until 1.5 meters. So yun lang ang difference. So I don't know, it's not material for me yung 0.5 meters. So yun lang yung difference ng 67, IP67 sa IP68. Okay, so pareho naman silang dust resistant. Okay, so that's it. Let's compare their speed. Okay, so for Mate 20 Pro, it uses a chipset of what they call high silicon Kirin 980, while for iPhone XR, it uses the latest chipset of Apple, what they call A12 Bionic chip. So ano ba yung chipset? So chipset is their motherboard. It connects yung components ng device. So, siya yung motherboard. And then, meron pa tayong tinatawag na isa pang gumagana dyan, which is the brain of the phone. That is what we call the CPU. Ano ba yung CPU? Ito yung, sabi ko nga, this is the brain of the phone. So, kung mataas yung quality, mabilis yung brain ng phone nyo, so it can do a lot of tasks. So, pag nag-open ka ng maraming apps dyan, ng sabay-sabay, multitask, so, bumabagal siya kung hindi ganon kalaki yung, or ganda yung CPU ng device mo. Okay? So, makikita nyo sa mga high-end or mga flagship phones na talaga mataas, yung best na CPU yung nilalagay. This one is hexa-core, and then this one is octa-core. So, next naman na i-compare natin is the battery. So, napakahalaga ng battery kasi siya yung magdidictate kung gaano mo katagal pwede magamit yung device. Huawei Mate 20 Pro is using non-removable 4,200 mAh. So, while iPhone XR is also non-removable, so ganoon naman talaga si iPhone, 2,942 mAh. So, for that capacity, makikita nyo sobrang laki ng difference nung milliampere nila. Pero, it does not necessarily mean or it does not follow na mas mabilis talagang maubos yung isa. Kasi, kailangan nyo i-consider yung chipset na ginagamit din nila. For the A12 of iPhone XR, I can say na napaka-efficient pa rin nung chipset na ginagamit nila. Kasi, I can use this phone for almost 1 day, and then i-charge ko na lang siya sa gabi, then overnight makukuha ko na agad, full charge na siya ng pagkagising ko. Nanonood na ako ng YouTube, nag-internet na ako, Facebook yan, and then calls, pero hindi pa rin siya ganun kabilis malabat. And then sabi ng kapatid ko, yung normal usage niya, hindi naman siya may YouTube, 4 days yung gamit nitong phone na to para sa kanya. So di ba sobrang lakas ng mga batteries ng dalawang devices na to. So sabi ko na talagang for the battery, no problem. Maaasahan nyo yung either the two of these devices. So thumbs up for the two for these two devices for their great battery performance. So let's move on the camera naman. So sa camera, napakahalaga nito sa mga Pilipino kasi ginagamit nila itong pang selfie o kaya pang picture and ina-upload sa kanilang mga social media. So for the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, so let's go with the selfie muna, selfie cam. So it's using 24 megapixel wide. So dito naman sa selfie cam naman ito, it's 7 megapixel na standard, pero pareho silang HDR. And then for the video recording, pareho silang 1080p at 60 frames per second. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng frames per second? So layman's term, ito yung rate kung saan makikita nyo yung sunod-sunod na images or yung frames nila na mag-a-appear sa display. So kung mas malaki, mas mataas yung frames per second, it is much better. So for the main camera naman, Huawei Mate 20 Pro is using actually ano bang ibig sabihin ng aperture? So, the lower the aperture, the brighter is the quality of the video or picture being taken kasi mas malaki or mas wide yung opening ng lens. So, mas mababa, mas okay yon, mas maliwanag yung makakapture niya. So to appreciate yung difference ng picture nila, let's see these photos. So, yung last kong point, actually, masasubdivide siya sa iba't iba pang mas malilit na points. Pero ito na lang, miscellaneous na lang to para sa akin. So, ano muna yung una? Sound. So, yung sound nitong dalawa, let's see yung difference ng sound quality ng dalawa. Mag-play tayo ng same song. So, sa memory naman, meron silang itong Mate 20 Pro, may internal memory ito ng 256 and 128 gigabytes. And then ito naman, it has 64 or 128 or 256 gigabytes. For the headphone jack, unfortunately sa mga headphone lovers dyan na gumagamit ng 3.5mm na jack, wala siyang port. Ayan, makikita nyo walang port. Ito infrared yan. So, meron silang ito, may nabibili siyang accessory for that. Ito daw, sabi ng kapatid ko, meron siyang accessory na kasama. Ito wala tong accessory, pero yung headphone jack niya, naka-lightning siya din, cable doon. Okay, so for the charging naman, kaya nilang mag-charge ng, I think for 30 minutes, ito 70%, then 30 minutes 50% ang iPhone. For the color, so mas maraming pagpipilian kay iPhone. May orange, may red, may black, may white, and then may blue and yellow. Then dito is may black, emerald, green, and twilight. So, pero mas iba yung color na choices. Ito parang napaka-basic lang yung kulay ni iPhone XR. For the security naman, so you can see yung fingerprint nito, it's on the display. So, they call it under display fingerprint. So, dito naman kay iPhone XR, wala siyang fingerprint. Pero pareho silang may facial recognition. So, yan. Face, then dito meron din. So, dun sa mga mas gusto nila yung fingerprint, unfortunately, wala tong fingerprint iPhone XR. Okay, and then, last but not the least is the price. Yung price ngayon ng Huawei Mate 20 Pro, makikita nyo naman yung news. May slash na siyang 5,000 sa price niya. So ngayon, it is 44,990 or 45,000. While this one is still at the base price of 50,990. For the price, I think you can say na mas parang magmamatch yung cost niya dun sa features ng phone kung ito yung kukunin mo. So for the price, ito yung para sa akin. So that's it for our miscellaneous comparison. So let's have a recap of our comparison between the Mate 20 Pro and iPhone XR.